All right. My last video I had mentioned that I want to get rid of my bed. I'm sick of it. There's nothing wrong with the bed. It's a upholstered, tufted wingback bed that I got 4 years ago from Wayfair. And I was kind of over it. I tend to do that. You know, I get bored with certain things, certain furniture, and I want to change. However, when looking on a lot of websites for a bed that I like and that would also accommodate my adjustable mattress, I didn't really see anything that I liked. So I came up with the idea that, well, maybe if I just try to change the look of the bed. So I proceeded, I took the wing backs off. And then I decided, you know, let me just go get some matte fabrics, upholstery fabric, and go and try to do it myself, you know, reupholster it myself. Now, in the past, I have did 2 headboards that you mount to the wall with cleats, and then you put the mattress up against it, but I gave those away. So I know how to do it. And so I'm just going to challenge myself this time just to do the entire bed, the frame, the sides, the foot, everything. Now, upholstery fabric is expensive. So what I did, because I like Ikea curtains, and Ikea gives you a lot of material when you buy the curtains. So I looked at some curtains that was like in a tan, a beige color, because that's where I was going. And I found some, I found these. They were like $19.99 for 2. These are 2 14 centimeters or 84 inches in length. And I like the texture of it. It's a nice texture. I don't know if you could see it. Anyway, I said this would be perfect. So that's what I used to do the upholstering of the bed. I bought 3 sets. So 3 pairs. I only needed 1.5. And I might go ahead and hang those up on in the bedroom, maybe. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's what I did. Now, of course, the next day, I was worn out. Now, before I did that, what I did, once I took everything apart, took it into the living room, and put the bed up against the wall, and I kind of liked it, but, you know, I'm laying there thinking the next morning, I'm laying in bed, and I'm thinking to myself, now, he doesn't get involved in any of my projects unless I need some physical help. He's given up on that a long time ago because he knows I'm always changing something. Anyway, I was laying in the bed thinking, I said, you know what, why don't you just reupholster that bed? And I was going to wait a few days to try to do it. But then I said, no, get up and do it. So I got up. My material came, of course, from Ikea, the curtains. And I went for it. It took me the entire day, of course. I started off with the headboard in the living room, and then I worked my way to the bed just so we could lay it flat down so I could staple it, you know, and finish putting it together. And then, of course, I did the side pieces. So, yeah, I just took something. It wasn't old. It was a nice bed. I just decided to give it a different look. And you could do that. You know, repurpose something that you have and you don't want to use it anymore, you can repurpose it. See that? Oops. Yeah. Just give it a whole new different look. Sorry, I'm looking over here. Give it a whole different look. All right. Now, I don't know if you can see this in the background here, but it's messy again. I'm still working on this office, even though I made some changes. I got rid of the desk. I didn't give it away. I just took it apart and I put it in the garage. The percussions, which I'm going to wrap those up and we're going to put those out in the garage as well, because they're just taking up space in here. And I'm going to work on that area, yeah, and just get it together. All right. I know it's a little dark, I said I wanted to reupholster my bed. I ended up buying curtain panels from Ikea. Now I just draped this one across there just to see. I've removed the side pieces. Oops. I removed the side pieces from around the bed. This is my adjustable mattress, as you can see. And here are the side pieces. Sorry for the light because it is late and dark. I've decided I'm going to attempt, here's some more material, and I'm going to give it my best shot at trying to, let me get some more light. My best shot at trying to reupholster it. All I can do is try. This I could take it apart and put it back on. It's really not that difficult. I'm sure I could do it. Right now I'm just draping the fabric around the headboard just to see. I'm not going to do any tufting. I mean, I could, but I don't really want to go through all that. I've done it before in the past. Once I get this up and stapled and tight, I can steam it. And hopefully doing this will keep me satisfied and keep me from trying to get another bed or get rid of this one. I just pull it over because I'm trying to, this bed is heavy. And we're trying to do it without having to remove this from the wall, from out of this area, by leaning it forward on the bed and just to go down the sides by stapling it after I tuck it. But like I said, if I really want to get technical, I could take this thing out of here, take all this apart, because it's Velcroed. Go in here, there's another layer in here where they have plywood and they have the buttons tufted, and what happens, they pull it from the back and tighten it with, in the past I've used staples. I would pull it as tight as I could and I'll staple the cord down. I don't have a picture because, I mean, this was before YouTube when I made two, and what I did was mounted the headboard to the wall with, what do you call it? I can't even think of the word. Cleats. So, anyway, I just wanted to see what it would look like, this color in this room, because I'm just over that gray. And to keep from going out buying another bed, and you know, it's just not necessary. And you can see down here, I need to pull the fabric down further so I can cover all this down here, maybe. As you can see, I have removed the headboard, and I'm just going to clean up that wall and push the mattress up against the wall for now. Actually, I kind of like it. It serves as a big giant headboard. My plan was to live with it like this for a while and then possibly, you know, reupholster the headboard, the bed later. But I woke up the next morning and decided to go ahead and reupholster the bed. This is what it looks like right now. The light fixture is not quite centered. I don't care anything about that. I can always move that if I wanted to. And let's see, the picture is a little off. But I'm not going to worry about that right now because I'm still undecided about what's going back against that wall. You know, I'm trying to decide. I can't make my mind up, so this is it for now. My Manny, he doesn't get involved in this stuff because he knows I'm always changing something. I just call him when I need him. But yeah, I just threw these over here. Normally when I'm at night before we go to bed, I take the pillows and I put them over in that chair over there. Because the OCD, I'm not really OCD, but I'm so picky. I cannot even imagine putting my pillows on the floor. That's going to go back on my bed. No offense to those who do it. That's just me. I can't do it. Anyway. Yeah, by it being an adjustable mattress, and there's a plug back there, so if I put it too close to the wall, I can't lift the headboard part up as well as drop it down, so I had to pull it away from the wall a little bit. Let's see. Let's walk over here. And so there's going to be a little gap. See? A little gap back there. I don't like that. But I don't raise it up that often either, so if I did, let me push that up a little bit. I didn't want to push it too far because the plug, it gets up against the plug. Let's see if we can see that. See? It's right there. So if I was to raise this mattress up, oops. If I was to raise it up, it might hit that outlet, that plug. So let me go in here and show you. I managed to put the headboard in here in the living room. Sorry for the blurriness. Here it is. I'm going to work with it. This is the backing. Sorry, it's just I'm picking the wrong time to explain this. I really don't want to pull all this off. I could. If I really want to get professional with it, take all this Velcro off. Take this out. Take all this out. Oh, I need more light. Take that off and then find where they have it tufted. And possibly, but I would have to take some of that material and get some covered buttons. A covered button kit like I've done in the past. And cover it if I want to tuft it. Or not do so many. They have a lot on this bed. I can do maybe 6. To be determined. I got up the next morning and decided to go ahead and give it a try. So I've already stapled the top of it. And I'm trying to fold the edges like you're wrapping a gift to make sure the corners are nice and neat. And I'm taking one of the pins that I have and try to hold it in place while I try to maneuver it while it's standing up. And then a pin will allow me to kind of get, you know, like a second pair of hands. Hold that side and then I can go over to the other side and work on pulling that side and then go from there. I would strongly advise that if you're going to do this, get an electric staple gun. It'll help save your hands, believe me. I am trying to get this as tight as I can on this side. And then, because it's kind of hard doing this by myself. This thing is huge, it's heavy. And, yeah. I'm still trying to determine if I want to go to the fabric store and get some batting to put in here because I have the covered buttons. Even though the material seems to be covering it, which shouldn't be a problem. But once I get this across on this side, then I'll determine if I want to put some batting in there and enter it from the other side. I don't think I'm going to need it, but just in case. I don't have any good leverage here. Now, the way I have this done, let's say I ever wanted to take this off. I'm not going to put the wings back on. I don't want the wings anymore. But I didn't disturb anything here. And I could also go to the fabric store and get some of this and put it along here to hide that, but I'm not going through all that. It's going to be up against the wall anyway. So I don't think I'm going to need that. Push out. This thing's so sometimey. The electric staple gun, y'all. There. So I'm just gonna go along the border here and stretch and pull and staple. Okay. It didn't come out this time. I was overthinking this. I thought maybe I was going to have to go get some batting, spend some more money. I was going to even buy some more, actually buy upholstery fabric and send this back to Ikea. These are curtains. I like the color, I like the texture, and to save myself a lot of money this way. So once I get this headboard completed, like I said, I'm not putting the wing back on. I'm not doing any tufting. I don't want anything. I just want it plain flat, just like it is. And you never know. I could frame it out with some wood if I wanted to. Just trim it out with wood. If I want to get real fancy with it. And completely give it a whole new look. Maybe like a wabi-sabi design. I got this leather, but I don't have enough of it. This leather is probably what I'm going to use to reupholster my dining room chairs. Okay. Okay. All right, I've done the stapling all around the perimeter. I fold the ends in so that, you know, they won't fray. I'm going to put them another one in certain areas. Go back over it. And same thing over here. So this part is done. I'm going to go back and tighten up a little bit more, you know, clean up these staples. Excuse me. And yeah, flip it over, put it back up against the wall. Then I'm going to work on the side pieces next. Now what I'm going to do is get down and cut out the area where the screws go so I can attach the rails to it. But I think I did pretty good for amateur so far. Now I gotta break this bed back down, move all this stuff again. Because I really didn't think when I did all this deep cleaning in this room last night that I was going to put this bed together so fast. Could have done a little bit more to the headboard, but you know, it's fine just the way it is. This will satisfy me for now and keep me away from trying to replace the bed. I definitely would like to change that rug. The problem is that mattress or adjustable bed is heavy. We would have to pull that thing completely apart to try to get that rug out of there to replace it, but I want to replace it. So one day, I definitely want to change the wall color for sure. Don't judge me, I just can't help myself. I think a taupe wall would look better at this point, taupe accent wall. So I'll be planning to do that at some point. But not now. I'm going to need time to recuperate my body after this. I hope you enjoyed my DIY upholstery bed makeover. Please don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you can know when I come with another one. Take care. Bye.